Hi everyone, it's Kevin Tomorrow with Strama AI. Today's video, we are going to look at a tutorial around our Strama style guide. And so the style guide is going to be very important to help dictate how our emails are written. So let's go ahead and dive in. So to start, to navigate to updating our style guide, we're going to want to get to our settings in our nav bar and then move down to outreach. It's going to give us a few different options and we can see our style guide. So, a little background on the style guide. The style guide is one of the components that we use to help your writing not look like it was generated from ChatGPT. So, a lot of complaints about the curation and the writing of different emails using ChatGPT. And one of the ways that we're hoping to impact this, make it more authentic, more personalized, is giving sort of a style guide based on how you write to better generate those emails in your tone, style, voice, structure, and format. So there'll be a separate video about the editing the actual content that it's providing. So this is more of the bones around again how that email sounds and how close it looks to you. So by default, if you connect either your uh, G Suite account or if you have an Office 365 mail account that you've connected with Strama, we'll go in and look at any outbound emails you've sent. I think it's the last 10 or 20 or so. And from there, we will generate this style guide. And so we have sort of an auto style guide generation feature that'll look at the tone in those emails, the vocabulary, sentence structure, greetings, sign offs, punctualization, capitalization, paragraph structure, formatting, um, and any sort of unique elements. And so, again, we're using this to we're capturing all of these data points so that we can mimic you to the best of our ability, right? We want to basically duplicate you, duplicate your efforts, or um, expand on your efforts exponentially by doing this. So if you find anything in our research that doesn't look great to you, like maybe the different words you don't love, you can easily edit it yourself instead of collaborate. Right? We could say uh, well, we just say connect again, right? Or whatever, bad example. But we can make those changes right here in the style guide editor. If you find that, like, for example, hey, I actually like using bullet points, I can go to my formatting and say instead of no bullet points, like use bullet points when possible, right? For, well, we can just go through all of them, right? So in terms of things that we see, we have tone, the tone of the writing, the warmth, um, how confident is it? Here's our vocabulary. Here's our sentence structure. Um, do we want short sentences, long sentences? How many sentences per paragraph? What is the progression? We'll skip beyond greetings, punctualization, capitalization, paragraph structure, and then formatting. We already went through the bullets. Um, and then we do provide a sort of aggregate summary at the end here for our agent to refer to. Now, again, we can edit it directly, or if we wanted to, we could. Um, Easy way for people to impact change on this is with ChatGPT. If they wanted to say that the emails we pulled wasn't your best, you can go to ChatGPT or Claude. I like to use Claude, and let's make sure you can see this. Here's just like a very simple prompt for people to use. Generate an extremely detailed writing style guide that our ghostwriter can use to imitate us when writing cold outbound emails. Here's an example email to analyze. Here's kind of just a fake email I threw together here. And then you see here, it'll pop out a style guide for you. So you can go back and forth with this to iterate on that style guide. If you wanted to add any additional language, I recommend adding a few different emails. Like if you have a whole sequence of emails that you want to add to provide some diversity and some additional data points, go ahead and do that. Generate that with either Sonnet or Claude Sonnet or GPT-4o, Gemini, whatever your kind of flavor of the week is, and you can kind of see different approaches to this style guide. If you wanted to just use our structure, you can always say, let's take this. adapt it to this structure and format. We can actually then just map what it created to the style guide that we had in there, just to maybe make it a little bit more consistency. You see here, it's gonna throw that in for us. And anyways, yeah, we go ahead and copy that, drop it into our style guide, and be off and running. So again, just kind of wrap it up. Our style guide, the impact of the importance of this is to show authenticity, personalization to the best of our ability. This is going to get better and better over time. But we wanted to provide that difference between what people are seeing just generated one shot through like ChatGPT. Second, how we do this is by going over your writing in granular detail and providing instructions on your writing style, your tone, um, the words that you use, the structure, the formatting, etc. So we can approximate how you write as best as possible. And lastly, if you don't find this is correct, again, I would encourage you to use a tool like ChatGPT or Claude in the example that I provided, and in doing so, you can generate your own style guide, edit the existing style guide, or even add more examples right into this, so it has something to work off of. So again, as mentioned, any edits around content, if you don't like the content it's producing, totally separate issue that we have sort of later in the process that we'll cover in another video. But for now, that is your style guide. So hope that helps out. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out, and we appreciate you sticking around and watching the video. So stay tuned for our additional videos on content and what we'll be having there. So thanks a lot. Bye bye.